Hey guys, it's Bendy. Just gonna let you guys know that this is more of an adult topic, or for people that are mid-teens or young adults, or people that deal with periods. So, if you are under the age of periods, I don't recommend watching this video. I am just having viewers' discretion of what I'm going to be talking about. So I'm going to be talking about birth control. I have been on a birth control rod since I was 15. My grandmother that raised me, that was very abusive, was very concerned about mine and my sister's active health, if you know what I mean. I don't know if I can use that word here, but yeah, active health, if you know what I mean. So ever since I was 15 years old, they had me on a thing called the rod. The rod is called Nexplanon. N-E-X, I don't know if there's a T. I think it's Nexplanon. I don't think that there's a T. So Nexplanon. It is a 2-inch plastic rod, like this long. It's white, and it goes right here in your arm. So I have one currently. Let's see if I can find it. So, my rod is overdue. Yep, it's right here. It is right here. You can see the scar from whenever I had it changed in the past. So if I shine it directly in the light, you can see the scar. They last about three years, and I have to get them changed every 3 years. My rods turn off my periods. The reason why I continue to be on it is because it turns off my periods. So some of you may judge me for this decision, but I am 28 and I had my tubes tied. So I can't have kids. It was my decision. It was my choice. I have never had an abortion. I have never had kids. Because I am autistic and I have a lot of mental problems and physical problems that are genetic, I do not think I would be fit to be a mother. So my gynecologist agreed to tie my tubes. So I didn't have to follow the steps that were required for me to have a tubal ligation. So thank God for her. Dr. Yankar was her name that tied my tubes. Thank you to her. I'm not saying what she is or anything, for her privacy and her practice. Nothing illegal. Nothing illegal. Starting at a hospital, properly, everything was legal. Trust me, everything was legal. Could see you guys going to the comments and freaking out like, oh, did she do something that wasn't right? No. But, what I worry about is because I changed insurances. I'm no longer on the insurance that I was when I saw Yankar. So Yankar does not take my new insurance. So I can't go to her to get my rod changed. I know in a heartbeat she would schedule me and get that rod changed. But she doesn't take my insurance, so she wouldn't be able to get paid to do the procedure. So I saw my old gynecologist that I saw whenever I was a kid, when I was 15, and she then suddenly stopped taking the insurance I have now. I have no explanation, but she said that she didn't want me back in her office. I don't know why. I don't know. So I am seeing a new doctor. Her name is Dr. Witten. She is practicing at the hospital in my area. And please pray for me, guys, because I'm very nervous that she's going to take one look at me and say, oh, your tubes are tied, so you don't need a rod. It's a birth control implant, so insurance won't cover it. I'm like, it did before. Why wouldn't it now? You just had to put in the prior authorization saying that my periods are absurd, and they will approve it. So For those of you curious how they do the rod, I'm going to warn you that this is graphic how I'm going to describe it. I can't do pictures, I can't edit videos, so all my videos are straight front to back. There's no editing. All my videos are taken straight forward and just immediately uploaded. There's no editing in any of my videos. So if I make a mistake, I just retake the video, or I don't make a video at all. So, for those that are curious, how do you get a Nexplanon change or get a Nexplanon rod? So, it's quite the story. I wish I could take a video, but for private HIPAA laws, I am not allowed to take videos in the surgical room, and the doctors do not want to be on camera, even though you can only see their hands. So for personal reasons, they don't want to be on camera. So I will describe it to you. So what they do is they have a bunch of surgical instruments on a table. They have you come in on a surgical table thing in a dim room with a surgical light directed over an area that's supposed to hold your arm. So you're leaning back like this, and they have your arm, whichever arm it's in or whichever arm you want. For instance, it's my left arm. So they have your arm lay like this, like partially behind you, partially above your head, but enough for them to get access to it. So then they wipe it with some rubbing alcohol, to sterilize it and everything. And they take this giant freaking needle. I'm not trying to scare you guys or nothing, but they take this giant needle. It's at least like 3 inches long. It's a big needle. But you don't feel it. I mean, it's so thin, and the muscle here, you don't feel it. You don't feel it. I mean, you feel a little pinch, you feel it poke, but no, you don't feel it. It's a numbing needle. So they go in and then they inject the serum into your arm to numb up your arm. Now, if you're getting your rod removed, what they do is they take a scalpel, a specific type of round scalpel, and they puncture the area gently. So as you can see, there is just the tiniest of scars. Tiniest. I mean, I have many because I've had this changed. I don't know how many times I've had this changed. I'll have to think about that. But I've had this changed several times. But they take the scalpel, they gently just poke it, breaking the skin. They then massage your arm gently and push the rod out of the skin. They cut the scar tissue off of the rod and pull it out. From there, they clean off the area of any blood that had came out or whatever. It's all safe, it's all secure. And then they take a weird looking device, which you can look up all these images online. Be aware that there's going to be the people that say, birth control is dangerous, birth control is this, birth control is that. Oh, bad things about birth control. I have had this since I was 15, and I'm now 28. Never had a problem. So, they take a device, they line it up, click, the device is in. They feel the device just one last time, it's good. They wrap up your arm, and you're good to go. They tell you don't move your arm very much for the next 24 hours. Do not take off the wrap, and you're good for the next 3 years. Some people don't have any periods, for instance, like me, for the next 3 years. I have been having a little bit of bleeding through a little bit prior to having my rod removed. It was supposed to be removed a few days ago, but my grandma has been making excuses on taking me to the gynecologist. My work, whenever I was working, kept scheduling me on the days that I had to go to the gynecologist. And I kept telling them that I had an appointment. And they said, well, if you go to your appointment, you're fired because it's a no-call, no-show. I'm like, well, I'm calling in, telling you I'm not coming. Here is the doctor's note that says that I'm not coming. And I did end up losing my job, but I don't care. So that's a story for another time. So Nexplanon, absolutely worth it. There are the very few people that have a problem with handling it, whether the rod moves, whether the rod pushes out of the skin. Usually it's the person messing with it. It's not usually the doctor that has the problem with the rod. It's usually the person did not follow the instructions and moved around in a way that they weren't supposed to and caused the rod to shift in place. You're not supposed to put weight on that arm. You're not supposed to lift anything with that arm. You're not supposed to do anything with that arm. You're supposed to wait at least 24 hours so that the scar tissue can form around the rod, securing it in place. So, Nexplanon is worth it. To me, it's absolutely worth it. Just pray for me that whenever I go see her tomorrow, that she agrees to change my rod and insurance approves it. I am scared out of my freaking mind that I'm going to have to deal with periods again. I mean, it's not the problem with having to deal with periods. It's the expenses. It's the bleeding. It's the mess. It's, I'm gonna be frank with you guys. I'm sorry this is gonna be graphic, but my periods would be just so freaking heavy. I'd bleed through a tampon and a pad within an hour. Those things are supposed to last you at least 3 or 4 hours. And it's within an hour I bled through both fully. It's messy, it's unbearable, and I wouldn't wish this upon anyone. So, sorry, I heard it's a weird rumble. Doesn't sound like a car. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's someone's music or what it is, but sorry, ADHD. I get distracted. So, I love you guys. Again, this video was for mostly adults and young mid-teens. So, kids, if you watch this, I am sorry. I made that clear in the beginning that this was meant for teens. So, I'm going to save this video as not meant for kids, but still, I wanted to discuss this with you guys about Nexplanon, that if you Google pictures about Nexplanon, there's going to be a lot of images saying, oh, the danger of Nexplanon, oh, this, oh, that, oh, bad things happened, oh, the rod moved, oh, I had to get surgery to get it removed. Like, if you do the research into what happened with these people, they did it to themselves. So, listen to the instructions, listen to what the doctor says. If you do get the rod for whatever reason, tell me about it, tell me about your experience. I would love to hear your story. But, I mean, I've never had a problem. I've never had a problem, and it's, I mean, if I do have a problem, I'll make a video about it, but I don't think I'm going to have a problem. God's on my side, and I'm not worried. So, I love you guys. Bendy out.